So what is
All right.
up, everybody? We are on season 2, episode 4 of Zero to Hero with Van Francisco, Marth Main. What is up? How are you?
Doing all right. I was pretty sick for the past few weeks. Doing better
Why?
now. Bronchitis.
I'm pretty sick too, actually.
Yeah. I discovered that I still have asthma, so they gave me another inhaler.
No.
Uh,
Why?
Life.
That sucks. Did you enter any tournaments last week?
Last week, no, I was out. But tomorrow I'm gonna be going to Foundry.
Okay. I'm going to try my best to get there on time. I'm taking a half day at work
Okay.
and then driving like 6 to 7 hours to wherever it is. Gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do parking because I hear that a person gets their car broken into like once a week.
I hear there's a parking garage pretty close by, but around like $15 for the night, which is a lot, but I guess it's better than having someone stealing your laptop or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should all just pitch in for security. Like, if everybody paid like $2, like for a security guy,
For next
like
to
it's better
everyone's
than
car.
like somebody losing like $600 to $1,000 a week.
There's a lot next to the foundry for a auto shop,
Yeah.
and there was some guy who was pretending uh, to guard people's cars. He told people it was a parking garage when it was actually for business. So he just took like $5 from people and then left.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad.
Yeah, it's SF.
Shady. Anyway, so this week we won. I want so you let's see. They're saying the stream layout's kind of messed up. Okay, I have an extra window for you. That's why. Okay, so I wanted to talk about game states this week. Last week, it's been a while. We talked
Yeah,
about handheld and PPMD's rules.
yeah,
Do you remember them?
yeah.
What were they?
Um, let's see. Don't jump until they jump. Hit them. Throw them up in the air and kill them. And there was one more, which I will have to Google.
Alrighty, it's all good.
What general idea was that?
Yeah. Anyway, so I want to talk about game states, and I'm going to try to relate. It's not purely a chess analogy, but
Oh,
like,
do you have a slide up right now?
oh shoot, I need to. I always forget to do that. Let me share my screen with you. I always forget to do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, do you see it?
Yeah, it's a little blurry, but yeah, it's good.
Okay. So there's game states and like in this game, like it's a perfectly new game of chess. Everybody's on equal footing, right?
Yeah.
And then
Well,
eventually,
whoever gets where is white is on has a slight advantage.
well, slight advantage, right? But it's like
Yeah.
effectively neutral.
Yeah.
And then we have like slight advantages where like one person may pull like a game state where one player is winning, and eventually you can get a situation like this where you get a checkmate. And a lot of Melee is actually working towards like finding these checkmate situations in neutral, but like
Yeah.
identifying where you're at an advantage or disadvantage is one of the tricky things that nobody really understands. If you ask somebody what a neutral game is or what a punish game is, everybody has their own definition. And even if they give a definition, they'll watch like the game and be like, "Oh, I think that's neutral game, or I think that's punish game, or I think he's in a checkmate, or I think a bunch of things." So in Melee, like I just want to break it down in kind of this kind of mindset of we can go from being at a big disadvantage to a slight disadvantage to like neutral to being at a slight advantage or to what we call a big advantage, right?
Yeah.
And so so in Melee, like you mentioned, like there's no like even if you guys both started on a quote unquote neutral start, like if you guys aren't the same character, like one player kind of has somewhat of an advantage. Like if Falco and like Marth are like half a screen away from each other, then Falco kind of wins, right? So in some sense, there's no true absolute neutral, but there are relatively like neutral states. And so like in this like position, like I kind of define neutral as like where neither player has like a tremendous advantage in stage momentum or actionable states. So like if a person's shielding and one person's moving, then the person that's moving has an advantage,
Mhm.
and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to talk about percentages necessarily. I'm going to be more talking about just position. And so when you have a slight advantage, like there's like different examples of it. So pretty elementary to you, right? Like in
Yeah.
the top left one, the guy's coming up the ledge. Like the person that is holding center has an advantage. Person on platform has a disadvantage, and the person that's on the windmill like has to get back to the center stage, so he's at a slight disadvantage. And if it's like a heavy advantage, then like the shield could be deteriorating. So like the blue Marth on the top left doesn't really have much to do. The red Marth in the top right is tumbling, and you can hit him. And in the bottom picture, it's a little hard to tell, but the Marth just upbeat, and he's getting down.
Okay.
So
So it's in free fall.
yeah. So like, let's see. I gotta delete these. So just like players in like a heavy lag, players that are in heavy lag or a tremendous this stage disadvantage or in a bad position, like shielding with your back turned against like a character.
Hmm.
So what I really just want to emphasize, and this is like something that that we've noticed a lot with you over the past couple weeks, is just like in melee, like your punish game for the most part is alright against spacies and fast fallers because your punish game is really well defined. Like if you up throw, like you pretty much know your follow ups and the combos are pretty straightforward. Um, but what I worry about is when you go into 50-50s or floaties, because
Yeah.
like when you hit them, you're often hitting and then maintaining your positional advantage. You're not gonna get long extended combos on floaties very often, and it's a lot of I like to say, if we go back to this bar, it's like going from like getting a hit here, and then going back to your slight advantage, and then working towards getting that big advantage again. But
Yeah, I have a lot of problems killing characters I can't easily zero to death.
yeah, and so what I noticed for you is you go from this state to like a big advantage, and then you overextend off the map, and then now you're like all the way here for some reason, where like you gradually worked to get that slight advantage. You worked, and then you got your hit, and then somehow you turned the ball over, so to speak, and you gave your opponent free hits when you had to work this hard um, to get that in the first place. And so that's like one thing I want to emphasize, and this is like if you take away anything from today, is like the worst thing you can do for yourself is like making a turnover. So in like sports, there's like soccer or basketball, like you could be making a layup and then miss, and then like they like throw the ball to the other side of the court and they score 2 points. Like
So you want maybe like Chris Paul,
yeah,
except less.
let's
Uh,
just make him so that he doesn't complain about every call. He's a Johnner.
yeah.
But so like, and this is something like honestly like what would be really enlightening for you is like if you can like write this down as homework, or is like when you watch top players play, notice how many times they how many turnovers they commit in a game, like in a 4 stock game.
Okay.
And then when you watch two mid-level players play, watch how often they turn it over, like the momentum and the advantage. And like even like when I first like watched like the first like minute of your set against Julian, like a lot of the a lot of the game was not one person earning an advantage, but it was more so a person
Giving.
capitalizing on what should have been a punish but didn't work out that way, and then they got themselves killed.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll preview like a little bit of that match, and then we can go to what you want to go over. But that's like a lot. That's like your big weakness. It's like, and it's so dramatic where, like, because like going from here to here is just so bad.
Yeah.
Like, you work so hard and then you give it up in an instant, and so that's like one thing that you should want to be conscious of, like, and like it's like in your moment of truth. So like in this case, Martha's a forward air hits the Peach,
Oh, that's a okay.
and then Peach. It's a little hard to tell, but then Peach tech rolls it, and Marth misses, and then Marth gets down smashed. And the reason why like this didn't work out was because Marth gambled on a forward smash, thinking that Peach wasn't going to attack, and then the Peach got up and down smashed Marth, and the Marth lost position and later loses his stock.
So that goes along with refining the punish game we talked about
Yeah,
last.
like it's going from like, I know it sounds like really boring, but you need to go for the guaranteed stuff, or like, and like Marth is all about patience. And if like,
Actually, I played Ice of Eva,
yeah,
and after he beat me, he told me that exact thing. Because we had a pretty close set.
oh, you and Ice,
Yeah.
damn.
And then I asked him, hey, what should I do to be better? Then he said in a very heavy accent, you gotta do the guarantee.
Yeah.
And then he walked away. It was
Aw.
pretty dramatic.
How close was that?
It was one stock both time.
Oh damn.
I
Was
threw
he-
away a lot of. I threw away some. I think I choked you a bit too, but I threw away. Yeah, like thoughts at the off stage. I should hit him, but I don't hit him.
Okay. You could have beaten him because Ice isn't very good against Marth.
Yeah, I noticed it because like he almost lost to Ken.
Yeah,
But oh, well.
and he almost lost to you.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
we're like on the lower end of the Mars of the world. Well, maybe not. Ken is good, but
Ken's like probably a top 10 Marth.
yeah, I think he's actually really good. Though his reputation is pretty 50-50.
Yeah. Well, if he stopped throwing side Bs and then killing himself because of that. So let's like go to your. Go ahead.
I don't have that much video for you today, so after we're done with this, we can just like go over more theory crafting, I guess.
Okay, cool. So you are Green Marth.
Yeah. Oh, that date was wrong. That's from last week.
So like right here, right? That up B was so unnecessary, and look at what happens to Julian. So like there were like there's one out of like the three openings between you two. One was probably a legit opening with this down tilt that like opened you up,
Mhm.
and then he turns it over there. You rack up damage, and then for some reason, you gamble here,
Mhm.
and
Should just doubt it.
and look at what happens to you as a result. So, like, to be honest, like, a lot of this for both of you guys, aside from that early down tilt and maybe that counter, like, you guys both, like, just capitalized because the other person made a big mistake.
Okay. This would probably be useful to Julian to listen to.
So,
Yeah. That was a
Uh.
terrible ledge grab.
so, yeah. And then here, I don't know what you were trying to do on this situation.
The crouch castle?
Can't you just
Or
grab it? Or can you just shield it and grab it?
Yes. Yeah, I think I was trying to couch cancel grab it, but it doesn't work. Because he went after the third hit.
Yeah. So you have him in position. That's really good. I like that you crouch cancel there and you're punishing him really well. So the recap, you have him on top platform. You baited the double jump, then you hit him. You don't continue you continue the combo. It was kind of messy. I think you could have done a little bit more here. Yeah, you put yourself out of position. I think you're a little preemptive on that first jump, and you
Yeah.
got caught. But anyway, still good. You're creating momentum.
No.
Yeah, and then you did PPMD's rule number 1.
Yeah.
Why are you so scared of down tilt? Is like the main question I'm wondering. I think that was like the second instance of down tilt,
Yeah.
where like instead of jumping, you could have just stood here and then down
I think
tilt.
I went after a pretty hard read, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, but then
Which
this is
is
go.
which
Go.
is doesn't really create much of a
Yeah,
spatial advantage for me.
and for you, now you lose your big advantage in my opinion, and you go here, and your opponent takes center stage and gets the slight advantage. So you go from a slight advantage to a slight disadvantage, and then you hedge on the forward smash. But to be honest, if we were to just go back, I honestly think you could have probably gone and kill once or like off him like 30 more damage there, and you could have maintained control and probably earned another opening. But
After the with fair, I probably and I did that forward smash.
yeah,
I could have just skipped the forward smash and then still grabbed him.
well, like forward smash was kind of. I think you may have been. It's like it's a mix up because he's gonna
It's
get
that
up before you can probably grab him, and unless he specifically shields or stays there, then like you may not be able to grab.
the main hope for me was after the forward smash. I hope that I would slide off onto the edge, and then not get grabbed.
So yeah, that's good. Um, let's see.
That was bad.
So you're down tilting, keeping pressure on him, and that was really good. You held your, and like you'll find like you don't have to rush everything. Like when you just have good position like that, and you kind of it's like playing War, you know, the card game, and you keep
Yeah.
stalemating, right? But as long as you like maintain composure, like you will stalemate, stalemate, stalemate. But because you have position, you will eventually win out, unless like they
Okay.
really outplay you. But that outplay should like rarely happen, and so I really like that you held it. Don't like so much that. So I like that, but then
Let's see, what was I trying to do?
I
You
don't.
think?
I think you thought he was going to go to ledge, and he didn't.
Okay. Okay.
If I were to interpret that,
He forced.
yeah,
Okay.
he was way too high for you to even consider going there.
Like I could have countered.
But counter's so risky. Like, why are
Yeah.
you going for all ins? Just like maintain your position. I always say this: maintain good position, and good things happen.
I should have back aired him as I was coming up.
So, if we're to just play that, that all came from just this awful decision. You lost momentum and then you died. On your edge guard, you died. Let's just put that in
Okay.
perspective.
Okay.
I'm sorry to rag. I'm just gonna rag on you.
It happens a lot. I don't know how that happens.
So I'm kind of wondering, like in this position, right? Like he's already got ledge. Why is your back turned?
I want him to walk away to get rid of the threat of this forward air. So I know he likes to do that.
Yeah, but then you just get hit.
Yeah, that's true.
So it seems like so like I guess like another big thing to like remember is like you have kind of shift the mindset to like I'm gonna do this to cover this to I will cover it if he does that, not I will cover this one specific option, but if he does it I will cover it.
Okay.
Like more of
So
a reactive because he's capitalizing on you assuming a lot
okay.
overall, and that's
Should I just like slow down when I know they're coming
yeah.
coming down or something?
I mean, because you know better, right? Because like everything you're doing covers only one option when they have many options.
Okay. Ooh, that's bad.
So in this case, like for example, like Julian maintained position here,
Yeah.
and then he saw that you just got up, and then he reacted with the grab.
Okay.
Where like if you didn't, do the forward smash there, I'm pretty sure he would have waved dash back down tilted. So he had more of a game plan in that scenario. All right. I like this. Yes. Yes. All right, that was like really good. That was amazing.
Yeah, I should be doing that more often.
Yeah. And like it's like really simple because like when you watch like Muti King, like there's a reason why like their punish game is so regimented, or you watch Hungry Box or you watch Armada. It's because they know exactly um, how to punish like perfectly or like near perfectly to cover as many options as they can.
So I just go along with thinking more about my finishes.
Yeah.
Playing more often.
Oh, that's so risky. You scared
No, that was a
me.
terrible way dash out of shield.
Well, why was that counter necessary?
I felt like I was far away enough, but I think he should have just ran up and grabbed me.
Oh no, you're dead. Oh, that was so fortunate. Alright, you have position. Can you close? Okay, he did the same option like 4 times in a row.
Did you do like a pair? Okay.
No, he did the waveland, or he tried to do. I think he's just trying to ledge dash, but I think he punched it like 4 times in a row. Let me take a look.
It's a very unsafe thing to do. I think he could have shielded in time, but he was probably trying to do a move right after that.
Let's see where does it start happening? Right here.
Yeah.
There's one. Oh wait, you killed him, but you did it like 2 more times before. Alright. No, that was so YOLO.
I'm starting to think that every time I do the dash attack, I should probably wait a little longer. Just grab him.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I'm reacting to his. He's always coming down with a fair.
yeah. I mean, you're reacting to 2 things. Like, you're trying to get them before they land, or you're trying to... If they're dash dancing and you read that they're going away, you can catch them with the dash attack.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, you shouldn't really be... Those are like the 2 primary functions of dash attack. Or if they're really bad, you just hit them with it. But I'll give Julian some respect. So, wait, by the way, I don't... this is actually kind of... Like, is that guaranteed? It's not, right?
So what? Up tilt?
The up throw. Up tilt, yeah.
It's guaranteed if they go to the left or right.
So
But only if they don't buffer, they jump away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you can do as a mix-up here, right? This is probably one of the times where like you establish like your option A is the up tilt, right? And he's gonna jump, right?
I've thought about just doing a really quick up air. Then you know they're gonna jump.
I would just bait the jump.
So it's just like stand.
Yeah. And then bait the jump because you have position, right? And if they don't jump and they assume that... Because they're going to most likely assume that you're going to up tilt there and they have to jump or else they get hit.
Okay.
But anyway, how did you lose stage here is what I'm wondering. You go from a punish and then you get off stage. Okay.
Oh yeah, the dash attack.
Oh, and then you left it... What was the turnaround misgrab?
Yeah, it's messed up grab.
And
I was trying to punish his down tilt.
Okay. And then you get punished and you lose, you get cornered.
Yeah.
So you get punished a lot here. Ooh, that was like, and it's like so like pivotal, right? Because like momentum makes the Martha it up, but momentum is just secretly like a code name for like stage control.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Forward smash.
The forward smash wouldn't have killed. I actually like that you up tilted or you throw them up in the air. Because what would happen if you forward smash? Like they crouch cancel and then they gain half the level.
At the
Platform. Because he's only at 20-30.
Oh yeah, he's only 27. Yeah, that makes sense. I was looking at my own percentage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you forward smash, you lose. You instead of potentially getting like 70 damage,
Yeah.
you get just 20 damage and then you reset neutral. So you want to think about like the net outcome here.
Okay. If he was in the opposite direction.
It depends. Like, do you value him off stage or above you? Is like the main question you want, and that's the thing you want to ask yourself. And to be honest, like if they get free ledge, right, then your combo ends. And although you still have positional advantage, which is pretty good, I would go for the guaranteed damage.
Okay. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, alternatively, like if you forward smash them to the left, I mean, I think I would want a little bit more percentage, but like, and like there could be some weird DI shenanigans.
Oh yeah, he could have just like slide off too. So, okay. So what did I end up doing?
You ended up getting this, and then but somehow you end up getting hit again.
Okay. Let's see, he fares me out of it, I think.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
you misposition here, and that's like if we ever think of a game plan, right? And this is like really important. Is like when they get ledge, and this is something I always do as Sheik, is like I go back to a certain distance. Just
looks like
because,
the optimum distance from Marth here is
like right
slightly left
around,
of the platform.
like right here ish.
Yeah.
And this way, like if they like throw out an aerial like this or they tournament winner, you can still react to it, right?
Is that long enough for the down tilt when they just like get up?
If they just get up, then I think you could still down tilt them off.
Okay.
And if they come at you with an aerial, you can respect it by wave dashing backwards.
Okay.
And as Sheik, like I'm always staying here, and then I'm respecting the distances, but I still want to maintain my positional threat. But I notice this is something that happens to you a lot: is you get way too close, and you don't respect their invulnerability, and you get hit.
Okay.
Because as soon as I see that as like any character, I'm just gonna be like, okay, like he threw out a tilt, he's vulnerable. I'm just gonna go in and hit you.
There's a flow chart at the edge. I never think about.
Yeah. I mean, because it really comes down to like what's the distances they can cover, right? And this is just like fundamental to spacing. Like they can do the tournament winner, but they're super laggy, which doesn't do much. They can wave land, which doesn't do much, and you can punish it just by reacting to if they roll after the wave land, or you can just grab them, or down tilt before they do it, and then they could like fair, right, or like nair, but that goes like up to here, right, and they can't go as like that's like the furthest their hitbox goes.
Yeah.
And so you can technically react to everything.
Okay. I think I'll draw myself like a diagram.
I mean, like the good example, and this is like a really old school example, is like Az and Ken on Stadium on the MLG comeback match.
Yeah.
Like Asin like made it so hard for Ken to get back from the ledge because like he just reacted to every scenario. That was interesting. No. All right, so
Let's see.
that was all really scary. Like that could have ended really bad for you, and although it did kind of work out, you did that, and then you grabbed ledge, right? But that was like so risky. Like you could have gone punished really bad there.
From the forward air?
Yeah. Or the down air. This one.
Oh, the down air.
Yeah, you're very fortunate that you didn't, and that he didn't down tilt or try to go for a dash attack or grab in this scenario. So let's see. What's the forward smash for? It's not even gonna do anything, even if it hits.
It's a way to mark my panicky territory.
Julian gets hit because of the down smash. But do you just see like how much of a liability like forward smash is? So like
Yeah.
that whole position he has to play in shield, and he's in a really bad spot because like there's just so much lag that even if your opponent doesn't hit you like after the down like the forward smash, like you have to do something really defensive and just hope that the 50-50 like does not go in your favor or like goes in your favor.
I should ask the 20XX guy to code a way for me to not forward smash in neutral situations.
All right, I like see like let's see. So let's see. Like good things happen like when they're like in a defensive posture. Shield, you force them to do something, you win out. Good position for you again that you just capitalize on. I actually really like this forward air. I like this spacing because he can't do anything to threaten you in this spot. You can forward air him safely, and you're not going to get punished, and his shield's withering. So you're threatening, and this is like a really good spot for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so you earn a hit here, and that's why like, ooh.
That's another refining the punish game.
Yeah.
Though I think I would have got him if I double jumped.
So like here, like, and this is why, like, I'm gonna emphasize again, like, having good position, like, things will go your favor. Like, Julian's not willingly gonna throw out a charge B that stupidly for no reason. But if you just hold your position here, like, you didn't have to throw out that forward smash.
Uh,
Like, he's gonna do something dumb, and you could just hit him afterwards. You're cornered again. And then he did something stupid and gave up his center stage. And then I don't know why you did that. Miss space. So like, do you see how much like mistakes you guys are both making this stock?
yeah.
Both your openings, like in the past, like the last 6 openings between you two were primarily because 7 openings now are because both of you guys did something really dumb. There's no reason for you to get hit there.
Let's see.
Yeah. So if we just like look at it, just like count how many turnovers there are here. We'll start with that B. Or let's see.
Go to the yeah. Let's see. 1.
Yeah, I see. It's this one.
Okay, 1.
Okay, that's not cool. You still have position. That's 1. All right. 2. 3.
3.
4.
4.
5.
5.
6. 7.
7.
All right, I'll count
Does it
that as
count?
an out. I'll count that as an outplay. 8. All right, 9.
Yeah.
Okay, just in those 30 seconds alone, you guys shifted momentum on 9 mistakes.
It feels like we're the Sixers playing the Sixers. But not that bad.
But do you see how like big that is?
Yeah. So momentum doesn't really exist. Then. It's just people.
It's like just like momentum. The reason why like there's momentum and like the way I say it is, it's like whoever has control and the person that can dash dance and do whatever he wants is most likely going to have momentum because they have more options.
Okay.
So 9 turnovers there. All right. Why? You died off that forward smash.
Yeah.
These inconsequential things that you'll probably be thinking, oh, that forward smash isn't that bad, but it's really bad.
That forward smash is bad.
No, I'm not a fan of the low percentage forward smashes. Like if I could forward smash, most likely I'd fair if they're in the air and juggle them, or down tilt into like a tag chase scenario, which gets me more damage, as opposed to a forward smash that does like 18 or whatever. Okay, you just missed out on the reacting here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, wait. Can you rewind? Okay.
All right, you could have reacted to that roll, but instead you get caught and then you lose. On what should have been an edge guard for you, or you covering him off center. All right, you caught the jump. So like, you have like, there's a lot of like many things where they have to make a bad play here, and for him, it's like he won't use his double jump unless you're in a good position. Like your position earns you that double jump, whether you notice that or not. And that's like how like a lot of like people play. It's like they force their opponents to do bad things because they have good position, or else like they can get hit.
Okay.
All right, straightforward. Glad you crotch cancel that.
I don't think I crotch canceled it actually. It's just too low percentage.
Okay, no, you're dead. All right, got a little cute. Loses center stage. Oh, he missed the grab. Alright, good pivot. Alright, is that a Ken? No, it's not. Oh,
He's too bad.
oh no. You still have control. No, you let him land. You made two big mistakes so far of letting him land.
I keep getting hit by those walk up, stand up forward smash moves.
Then it's like a mix-up, right? You can bait him in that spot next time and be like, just dash dance around it and then just shield.
Yeah, that was what lost me the match.
All right. So that's unfortunate. Like, there's like the aspect of pointing out turnovers, like, and help you notice.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, when you watch good players, they don't turn the ball over very much, and that's like the thing, and that's why like really good when you play like really good players, like they three stock their opponents because once they get an opening, they're not letting go, and like
Okay.
you will never get momentum against them for like the whole stock. Anyway,
So other than playing a lot more, what you suggested you to learn the percents and stuff, to not drop these things, or should I just like not worry too much about getting the kill and just getting the hit that keeps me alive?
okay, so I trust that your intuition knows very well enough when a hit leads into a direct other hit, and I'm not saying to let go of those hits because like those are guaranteed combos. Like
Okay.
if you up throw a fox at like 10% on FD, I'm not telling you to just go back to center stage and reset the scenario. Like combo guaranteed things, but if it's not a guaranteed scenario, then you threaten without. And sometimes you can throw out hitboxes, but if you're gonna lag and they can hit you, then that's probably a bad hitbox. But you're threatening to you're threatening so that they can't take center stage back. And sometimes you throw out a hitbox, and sometimes you don't. And if
Okay.
you throw out a hitbox, like you want to make sure that they're blocking or that they can't get control over you because you whiffed. Whiffing meaning
Okay.
that you didn't hit anything.
So that goes back to the Spaceys versus other characters problem I have,
Yeah,
where when you fight a Spacey, I know I can keep going
yeah.
until they die.
So
It's just other characters have to slow down a little bit.
yeah, and so like in this like scenario, like in this may like eventually we want to make these decisions subconscious. Is like, is my next hit gonna hit them or is that a gamble? And if it's most likely a gamble, then you just want to say like, okay, like I just want to maintain my good space and keep pressuring
So
from good positions.
so if I don't think it's a home run hit, then just don't do it and then wait for something else to come along.
Yeah. So like if I'm like late on a chase, like I could go in, but I on like a fox, like I'm gonna get like spot dodge, down, shined into up smash if like I'm late on a grab.
Okay.
And like in that scenario, I'm like, okay, like you know what? I'm just gonna stay outside his ranges and threaten him and waste his shield, rather than like risk the fact that he could potentially spot dodge shine me and kill me. Like on what should be my punish. Like I can dash in a little bit more and be greedy and try to go for the grab if they can react to it and they're not in stun, or I can just say like run up to them, like corner them, and then like make them make a really tough decision and then react to it.
As Marth, where everything seems to be a laggy punishable move, how do you when you let's say when you tech chase,
Yeah.
how do you stay in a good position other than just waiting and grabbing?
Well, like
Or should I just do that?
I mean, what you can do is force a shield, right? And a lot of it comes down to what they're willing to do when they get up. And, as a default option, like, there are rollers, there are jumpers, and there are spot dodgers.
Okay.
And if they don't, I mean, the first couple times if I was playing Marth, like, I would force a shield up immediately. So if I'm late on the tech chase Sheik, for example, then I'm going to throw out a hitbox, like, on their body that's safe, like a fair, and it forces them to shield.
Okay.
And then I get a different mix-up where, like, it's not quite a combo, but, like, they're in shield against my pressure. And they have to do something. Well, like, and it's not a very favorable position. So for you, it could be like, oh, I'm going to throw out a down tilt. Like, where they get up. Because if you're late on... Because, like, there are situations where you can throw out the down tilt, but you'll be late on grab.
Okay.
And it's a mix-up, right? And if they jump, then, like, you're still safe. Because, like, they can't hit you. If you space the down tilt correctly. But then, like, the next time you throw out the down tilt and they shield, then it's a stalemate scenario, right?
Yeah.
And then what you can do next time is pick up on patterns where you use the down tilt as a safe check, and see what they do. So if they like to spot dodge, right, and they spot dodge that the next time, then the next time you recreate the situation, what you can do is run towards them, and if you're late on the tech chase, then you bait the spot dodge by dash dancing and grabbing them.
So the down tilt's kind of like a jab step.
It's like a jab, but then it's like a check, and you should be taking mental notes on how they're reacting to like quasi non-direct punishes.
Okay.
And so like, and this is something like if you watch like a Hugo, for example, like he does jabs and like these like little tilts to see like how you react to it, and then he formulates his game plan.
Okay.
Those jabs aren't like hits; they don't combo, but he's like seeing like if I like tilt like or I down tilt, like how are they playing around it, and that's how Marth Diddles should be. Like it, like the down tilt's like your base option, but your down tilt is not necessarily like the damage dealer. It's to force them to do something to beat it.
Okay.
Where if they jump in nair, like, are they gonna nair around it? Are they gonna try to whiff punish it, like by like dash dancing and try to grab you afterwards? And based on like what they're trying to do to like beat it, like, you should be able to have a counterplay to their counterplay.
Okay. That's a new way to think about it.
Yeah.
Because I only think about the combo.
Yeah.
Which sometimes works out, but not.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
So yeah, that's like the way like I think about it. Like I throw out moves to see like how they play around it.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
That used to be doable as Marth with other moves, but nowadays people are so good at punishing. I feel like is it only down to or like a dash dance?
Yeah. And that's what you'll see like Mutaking do a lot of is like if he knows he's late, he's not going to commit, but he'll keep you in a really awful position.
Okay.
And then get another punish. So anyway, so we're going
Okay.
here. So this is like really simplified, and these are the notes that you in particular wrote.
Yeah.
That
was just like my thought process, but I wanted to elaborate more
Okay.
as we talk about it, as we think about it.
Okay. So I have to think like because like there's like a bunch of things they can do, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're not gonna throw anything, they can actually just like run up and like shield, and if you throw out a tilt, you're dead.
Yeah.
So, like ultimately, like I might, cause like he can like just nair you, and so I might play a little bit of a dash dance to bait to see what he does and see if he bites, and so like one of the options is like he can like try to go for nair.
Yeah.
He can wait and see if you're gonna do something first. He can roll behind you, which is like a very common play in the corner, or he can jump on platforms and then go on the other side, and you lose your corner.
Okay. Because I have a lot of issues with keeping people in the corner.
Yeah.
Especially the fox. Because once they get you that shine, and then like you just lose everything. How about if they like get on the platform and then shield drop or something?
Yeah. So here's like what I do. Like, so like you're in a pseudo quasi checkmate.
Yeah.
And, like or like this is like what I'd call like a really good, like we would call it a big advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where like you kind of have to outplay in Street Fighter, but like you can do this safely, and I mean if you know that they're impulsively gonna jump into you, then like you can just wall them out, like jump fair or dash dance grab.
Okay. I feel pretty confident in my analogy there.
But like if they're not willing, if they're just gonna hold their, if you realize like in Street Fighter, like you can Hadouken and like form a wall, or sometimes they just don't do anything and they like wait for you to do something and they counter it. If they're not gonna do anything, then what you can do is like if they're just gonna shield, you can go up a little closer and down tilt and force them to do something, or the down tilt will eventually make them make a decision because they're gonna have to shield. So a lot of like what you can do is like down tilt once, and then see what they are going to do. And a lot of foxes will get scared, and they will either immediately jump or they will roll behind you.
Okay.
And then
how do you react to the run-up shine?
The run-up shine?
Yeah. Just like grab them, but that's pretty risky.
Run-up shine should like never happen. Like if they run like this, like
I used to poke them, right?
You can poke them, or like to be honest, like if they run that close to you, I think like Nair would work out pretty well here. But
Okay.
you're down tilt, like, because like Fox has no momentum here. Like, they should not be able to get a run and shine. Like,
Okay.
but if they're gonna 50-50 mix up here, like where they like nair or run and shine, like you can, I think a nair beats out both of them.
Okay.
So like, think of it this way: like, if you know for sure that they do like, let's say instead of one option, like they like to mix up and do like 2 to 3 options. Like, think of things that you can do that cover those exact 2 to 3 options.
Okay.
And that's like a way that you should start thinking about it. It's like,
The Nair might cover it unless he buffers a crouch cancel after the second hit.
but he shouldn't be able to get that deep.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that's like the way I would approach
So
it.
the Space Nair should cover it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If they're going to go ground. But like if you nair preemptively and they get a free jump and they can get to the top platform, which is still not good for them because they still have to get down, but it's not as bad as the position here.
Okay. So mainly it's not about preemptive, except for the
Yeah.
preemptive down tilt.
Like if you realize like you're threatening them and they're not willing to do anything and they're just going to stand there, then you can take advantage.
Okay.
But
So really it's still like reading the situation.
yeah, but like I pointed out with the Julian, like he did a lot of things impulsively because he was forced into a position where he can't wait.
Okay.
And so what happens here is that a lot of people will impulsively do something, like because you have to, or like eventually like your shield will wear out, or eventually you get overwhelmed. So that's why a lot of people do something as fast as they can.
My issue is like I keep getting hit by those impulsively doing something. It's just like I don't think about the situation well enough, or just
yeah. It's probably because you're not thinking about the situations and what they can or can't do. Like you're throwing out a lot of moves, making the very precise assumption that they're going to do exactly one thing.
Okay. So cover options.
Yeah. So here, this is interesting. I actually like playing Falco at this space because if they laser here, they're dead. Like they're not, because they don't have the running momentum, and the reason why like Falco can cover so much space is because they're running at you. But for him to like throw out a jump and laser, it's actually really slow, and you can just forward air him if he.
Yeah, I always like to keep Falco in this area because you can just like grab him as he's about to jump up and drift.
Yeah.
You.
And I mean, the main key things I would do, like if he's not a jumper, like, and he's not willing to do anything, then just like down tilt and break his wear down his shield.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can do like a point. I mean, down tilt. You can do down tilt and then react to something because they're gonna have to do something. Because if you do down tilt like twice, like it breaks their shield. Like, and they're gonna get hit.
Okay. You mean shield poke it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if they're a jumper and you already know that, like, and they want a short hop laser, I don't think good Falcos would do that at this space, to be honest.
From here?
Yeah, they would never laser here because that would be like really stupid.
I've still seen good Falcos do like a panic dare or something here.
I mean, panic dare is pretty good if you assume that you're going to go in. And a lot of Marts like to grab here, so that's where the dare works for Falco, is because Marts are like, oh gosh, like I got this position, let me just run in and grab him and then get hit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what happens a lot. So I would down tilt, and I would, if he's going to try to jump laser, then you grab it, or you poke it whatever way possible. The key things is you want to make sure like it's miserable for him to get the platform, react to rolls. And the one tricky thing about Falco is that full hop, like, prepare also for the full hop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to get like a reactionary up air ready if he does full hop.
Yeah. So everything should be like reactionary here. And if they're not going to willing to do anything, then you should also have, just wear down his shield and make him do something dumb. Because like eventually, go ahead.
One thing I want to ask: do you think the 4B is a legitimate way to pressure someone in this situation?
No.
At this distance?
No.
Okay.
Because like you hit 2 of the hits, and then what? And then they crotch cancel and shine you. Like it's so risky.
Yeah, that's true.
And like,
I'm not gonna be that close to them. I'm gonna be like at the tip.
But what's your reward?
Yeah. Now to think about it, it'll be the same type of reward as a down tilt, but not as safe.
And then some people like to kind of reset by wave dashing back, or rolling back. And if you like throw out something so preemptive, then what happens is you're in lag and he gets lasers back.
Okay.
So that's like one thing you want to be careful of. Like,
so 4B it does something.
So like, don't throw out something super laggy. But like also don't be late on the reaction if they decide to roll away, because if they roll away and you don't do anything about it, then he has lasers again, and that's it's still the corner, but like it gives him a lot more to work with.
Okay.
Um.
See, this is one that I have a lot of trouble with
So
because you can just like down tilt here, right? But then
my down tilt's very crotch cancelable.
yeah.
So this is like kind of like one of the Raw's 50-50s. It's basically, is she gonna stand there or is she gonna fair?
Okay.
And based on playing them, you should be able to like make some assumptions. So, I mean, as a default, like I'm gonna take a pretty safe risk by down tilting.
Okay.
Just to see. And if I force the Sheik to jump, then I'm just gonna dash dance and punish it. Because like you can, if you notice that she's gonna jump, then you can fade back fair and hit her. And if she's at mid%, like she can die.
Can you catch her with the forward smash as she jumps?
Or
is that worth it?
It's so not worth it because like your forward smash is so slow, and if she's already jumping, she's most likely gonna hit the fair first.
Okay.
The reason why like I actually like retreating fair here is that if you catch a certain aspect of it, then you can combo into a Ken combo here.
Yeah, that's true.
If she fares. So like I like to down tilt. It's really hard for her to dash attack in the space. It should never happen. She doesn't have any run momentum here. So down tilt, force the shield, and what you can do. I mean, this is like a weird mix-up. You can down tilt a couple times, and it'll probably push her to the corner, and then you reset the situation. But you give some damage, but then she's on the ledge, and she's gonna have to make her way back. You can do that, and then once you do a couple down tilts, you do down tilt pause, like they will do something. Like most Sheiks will do something panicky, and it's like determining like what type of Sheik they are and like how they panic.
Okay.
And it's
there's only so many options you can panic on.
Yeah. So like if you like down tilt and you kind of like dash dance in front of her and she spot dodges, then that's your read for like a large portion of the match because they will spot dodge a lot. And so you do down tilt, dash dance, grab.
Okay. Going along with this situation, if she retreats to the edge, and I know she's gonna do a invincible ledge dash, how would you react?
Invincible ledge dash to what?
So let's say forward tilt.
I just respect the space, and I go probably right around here, roughly, and she's in lag. Like you just respect the space, and she's always gonna do that. Then you dash away, and then you grab grab it.
I've got some knowledge out of just pivot grabbing.
You can,
grabbing forward when I know she's gonna.
You can pivot grab, but if she doesn't do anything and you miss your Genzors. I'd rather punish the post lag of forward tilt than preemptively try to go for it. Because if they don't forward tilt and they don't do anything, then you're screwed.
Yeah, that's true.
So you want to think in a way like, yeah, if they do it, like I have a cover, but if they don't do that option, I'm still safe. Okay. The pivot grab is like a really strong call out. So that's like my scenario here. If I were Sheik, I'd be a little cheeky, and what I would be looking for is like I'm gonna like if you're gonna be down tilting a lot, like I'm gonna preemptively like roll into the center stage as you're down tilting and hopefully get out. So that's like one of the main things that you want to look for.
And so, that's still easy. That's still easy to punish.
So like down tilt, turn around, grab. A lot of Marts miss this very often. It's a very droppable thing, and like what I'm doing is I'm trying to minimize the amount of damage you're doing to me in this position. So I might just roll to the stage, take one grab, and then go scot free.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'd be doing as Sheik. I mean, this is like.
Is it similar to the Sheik thing?
I mean. Sorry. Like down tilt, yeah, it's a really strong option. You down tilt until they respect it and they start jumping, and once you like condition them to jump, then the ball's in your court.
Okay.
Like because
it's easier to punish Marth off of a jump than a Sheik.
So you can sometimes like fake the crotch.
Fake the down tilt, you mean?
You could fake the down tilt, and if they jump into you, then you should be going bananas on them. Okay. Alternatively, like. If they like to down tilt a lot, then you can jump and, fair them and try to combo them.
Yeah, a lot of Marths do like a panic down tilt facing the edge. let's say Blue Mark does down tilt. Should I just like jump over it and nair him or something?
You could try to do a strong hit fair and then combo.
Okay.
Nair most of the time, like unless their DI is bad, will not combo. But
Okay.
like if you watch like Kevin like Toy here or like PP, like they will get a fair and then they'll hit like 3 more fairs, and then if they DI incorrectly, then they're getting Ken comboed.
Generally, fair is a better option for combo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Nair, like you get 2 hits and then they get ledge. You want guaranteed damage here if possible.
Okay.
Um,
This one is tough for me. Too.
I don't know how to do this one, to be honest. I mean, the main thing I do here is like if they're willing to back air here very often, then I let them back air my shield, and then I see, and then usually the position resets because they're gonna have to fade back, and I just don't give them center stage. But what I'm doing, my objective here, if I'm playing Sheik, is I'm reading how they move after the back air.
The first backer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they go high, then what happens is I know that next time I could wave dash underneath shield, or I can shield wave dash underneath immediately, and it puts them in a really rough spot.
Okay.
And then I take minor advantages there. And if they're going high, then I have my back air that will beat a falling Jigglypuff.
Okay. And that should be similar analog to Mars Florida
Yeah.
to be a falling Jigglypuff.
Yeah. But most of the
I don't know,
time,
what if they go like low?
if they go low after the back air,
Yeah.
then as Sheik, I'm jumping and throwing diagonal needles and forcing a shield and then closing the space.
Okay. So a similar analogy for Mark and PP, so like just like down to them.
I mean, if they go to the ground, like, then they're gonna have to shield, and what happens is it's like you can just get a little bit closer, and if you jump, you just hit them before they can do
Okay.
anything. Like
Okay.
you should be able to hit them. Like, yeah.
It's hard to get a lot of advantage out of this. Nothing, but
Yeah, but what you're mainly doing in Puff is just you're playing this giant tug of war and making sure that they go to the side, and you're controlling center as much as you can.
okay.
It's
So it's
a-
all about who outplays the other one.
It's a very long attrition battle.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love this position actually because in this spot, like Peach can't beat down tilt.
Yeah.
And so what commonly happens is Peach will like roll behind you, and that's like the main thing you got to look out for because for some reason Marths get really greedy here, and they throw out like a bunch of hitboxes, and then Peach just like rolls into Marth and down smashes.
Yeah.
This is what happens to Crimson Buster a lot. Even Kirby can do this to Marth. It's just like
Oh yeah, I watched it.
absolutely make sure that they cannot roll.
Okay. That's her only option.
Yeah. And then if they jump straight up and try to float, then you just swat them with the short hop fair.
Okay.
And then hopefully it combos. And otherwise down tilt, if you want to close the gap and be a little bit risky, what you can, I mean, if you want to try to, I don't know, this is also like percentage dependent. I would just like rack up as like much safe damage as I can. Like messing up and risking against Peach is like so bad because you do like 15 damage, but if she gets one hit on you, you can take like 60. Like I would just go for guaranteed stuff against Peach. I don't even risk anything as Marth.
Should I want her to go through the edge because she has nothing?
She has
Go
nothing,
for it,
and then you just keep hitting her because it's really hard for her to hit her. Like it's like collecting interest on a really big deposit.
Okay.
Like you just keep hitting her, and like she can't do anything. That's like the weakness of Peach. It's like there's a lot of positions where she just has to take damage.
Okay. I got this position from watching Mewtwo King
Yeah,
at was it Summit?
yeah,
He just kept pushing Armada to grab the edge, and then Armada would just like try to get up and get down tilted over and
yeah.
over.
Because like there's nothing Peach can do. Like
Yeah.
in this spot, like dash attack is too slow. Like she has to roll. Her hitboxes don't go far enough into you to like hit you, and if she jumps, you hit her.
Mhm.
So that's like a really straightforward one.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Falcon is tough. Gotta say.
Falcon.
Like,
It ultimately depends on if they want to jump.
Yeah.
This is kind of a place where like, if I can get Falcon to shield, then that's a big win for me.
Mhm.
I might throw out a fair just to threaten to encourage Falcon not to jump. Like I might jump fair and throw out a
Like-
hitbox here, because if Falcon doesn't have any run momentum, right, he can't hit you. Like he can't jump into you like at this position. It gets a lot more tricky if he's dash dancing and then has that momentum because then he can hit you. But in this spot, he can't really hit you. And the goal of you is just to like barely nick him so that he has to force a shield. And once he forces a shield, then you open up his game because his out of shield game's awful, and then you just bait the roll and hit him.
So you do like a really late fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean all this. I mean this situation's like more read based, right? Because if you down tilt and they like jump stomp you, you're dead.
Yeah.
But if they're not like somebody that impulsively jumps because all of this is conditioning. So if you down tilt them a lot, their natural response is they're gonna jump, like because you're a down tilter. But if you fair a lot, then what they're gonna do is just stay on the ground and wait for you to throw out a bad aerial and then punish you after that.
Okay.
So basically, my objective here, force a shield and then bait them to do something bad.
Okay, so I was about the shield here.
Yeah.
Is that my main problem with this matchup is a down tilt, then Lord just needs me. And then every knee with a Falcon on Marth is good because then it'll lead to like super damage.
Yeah, well, that means he has a strong read on you. And what I would do is, I would just empty hop and react fair if they jump.
Okay. What do you think about the distance? Should just like stay around here?
I think that's good because I imagine Nair ends right here.
Yeah.
So I would like try to jump with like as little forward momentum as possible and hit the shield. But I'm gonna throw out the late fair. If they jump, then I react fair. Mm-hmm. If they roll, then I don't throw out anything, and then I react to where they roll.
So similar to cheat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a lot of this position and how Marth loses it is because they did not cover the roll, and the other player got center stage. So that's like the way like I view Marth corner pressure in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's been helpful.
Yeah.
I was thinking of going down to tier list, but some matchups.
I don't know Pikachu. I imagine Mario, Luigi, and Dr. Mario are very similar, but you can throw out a lot of late fairs, and Mario can't do much.
Samus should be pretty easy, actually, I think.
Samus is an awful character.
You can just like space fairs or something. She can't do anything.
She's yeah.
Samus Yoshi's an interesting one, actually.
Yeah, in that case, I would do a lot of down tilts and bait a roll, and then punish the roll. But then punishing Yoshi's roll is actually a lot harder than...
It's pretty hard.
You have to be preemptive.
I played AMSA at Evo 13. It was super hard.
Did you get destroyed?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get force stocked, thankfully. But that was around a time where nobody knew how to fight him, and everyone thought he was just a random guy.
You're like, who the heck is this Yoshi?
Yeah. So what were you saying?
I would imagine that you can grab him out of like the roll animation. I think that's like what you can do. Because if you try to go for the roll, like the timing of the roll as if like it's like a normal roll, then like you're gonna be late.
Yeah. So just like stand still and then go.
Yeah. Like down tilt, bait the roll, and then punish.
Okay.
Against characters like that, if I can't really, I'll throw up if I know I can combo, but there are like characters like Peach, like where if they're like at a certain percentage where I can't combo them, then like I just throw for position.
Okay. So it kind of feels like there's two different games I need to learn how to play.
Yeah.
Like the Spacey game, which is pretty natural to me.
Yeah.
And every other character game.
Spacey's test your punish game, like to be honest, like is Sheik and Marth, like as if you have a disproportionate punish game, you can get away with like winning with no neutral. Like you can gamble a lot on a really bad neutral game that like relies on like medium risk, high reward, and you'll still win. Like if you can grab combo death, which is what a lot of people do against Fox and Falco. But when you play against like floaties where like you can't do that, like you can't gamble. You just have to play a very set way and outplay them in footsies.
I've noticed by the way I play, at least versus Spacey's, I either like 3 or 2 stock, or I end up trading stocks and losing.
That's a symptom of your neutral game probably being like all over the place.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This has been pretty helpful. I think I need to start thinking about the opponent's options more, and this kind of helps compartmentalize it, I guess.
Yeah, And so like, and so that's like how I know. And like I kind of rag on Sheik mains that like are really good against spacies, but they like suck against floaties because that tells me that they don't actually understand melee. Like they know how to punish and that's it.
Really, there's a Sheik main that's like really good at that.
There's a lot of Sheik mains that like I noticed like with the newer generation, like they can do okay against like Fox and like Falco, and then they lose to like Peach, they lose to Mario, they lose to Pikachu. Like not like axe level Pikachu, but like people like in my head like I think they should be beating based on like how they do against spacies, and then they like, just flat out get dominated. I'm just like, okay, this guy does not know how to play like fighting games. Like they don't
So
know.
so that's like the problem with people who just randomly lose to low tiers.
Yeah, because it's like all fundamentals. And granted, like you can get gimmicked here and there, but like when you play like a high tier character like Sheik and Morth, like your fundamentals and your idea of like stage control and like pressuring like should be like good enough that you can overcome like any gimmick.
I think with Martha it involves a lot more patience than other characters.
Oh yeah,
But
with Marth you have to have
technically
tons of
have the advantage. Should have the advantage.
You do. Like
Like
I said, like if you hold good position, good things will happen. That's like my motto with like you will win, you'll come out ahead more often than not.
For today's theme, do you have any examples from pros that we can think about?
Let's see. I actually want to show like a reverse situation where let's see.
Markiplier.
Let me find him. I want to highlight this example. Let me see. Maybe I've shown you this example. Alright, let me redo the window.
Okay.
For the stream. I'll let it keep playing now for you. In particular, I just want to show the FD match.
This is the one where Mango beats him like twice on FD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to show where like good positioning like creates good opportunities. So like even here like because like Mango, it's like all a conditioning thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he, based on like this position, Marth is forced to jump.
Mm-hmm.
Or else he gets cornered and shield pressured. So Mango doesn't actually go in right away. He waits and forces the jump. And he forces a double jump and earns a hit. Good positioning once again. So let's see. Good positioning, he waits. He pauses again here. Where he could have threatened an air. Because Martha's trying to land.
Mm-hmm.
That good positioning. Should I make this actually full screen? Would that be easier for you?
That's fine.
Okay, that good positioning earns him that counter because Mewtwo would not do that like just out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
He gets another hit, or he should have.
He gets it eventually.
All right. Let's see another good example. I'll give a good one for Marth here. So, this is like one of the examples, right, that like we talked about, kind of similar. Where Mewtwo is late on the tech chase.
Mm-hmm.
He waits for... He would have potentially covered like a spot dodge there, so that covers one option. Mango jumps, and then he just waits it out, and then he earns his opening there because of just good position.
Okay.
Once again, another like panic situation here. He full hops again, but Mewtwo covers like the tech in place and some other options here, but watch how he maintains good position here by dash dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Another opening. That was like really dumb of Mewtwo.
I think he could have done a lot of things to cover the double laser.
Yeah. The good positioning my Mango here and the good timing forces Muti King to go up.
Okay.
So like there's a lot of things where they're like they look like errors, but like they were put in a really bad spot where they have to do something. Okay, let's see.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that was questionable.
Oh, that was a very good recovery.
It was. That was amazing. All right, that was a mistake by Muti King.
Yeah.
Even pro players make mistakes. So that was like the footsies, like where Muti King earns a spot. So Mango scared like rolls because he thinks Muti King's gonna approach. Good position by Muti King to cover that punish. Muti King gets lasered, but that was like a good position that we talked about, right? Remember how even if they laser, you can punish.
Yeah. Laser is not really that scary. I don't know why Marks get so worried about it.
But once again, like you cover the laser, right? Even Muti King messes us up. Doesn't cover the roll.
Yeah.
And gets punished. That's a very common thing that like is the bane of like Marth.
Sometimes I wonder if we go too pro with our way we cover things and we don't get the simple roll.
No, sometimes you can make it really simple. That's what PPMD does. He keeps things really basic.
Yeah. Why do you think he ran up in there right there?
Which
Just
one?
to cover the spot touch? After he screwed up the chain grab?
Let's see.
Like that. Did you just expect a spot dodge somehow?
So he was covering. He was covering spot dodge, shine, and roll away with that in air.
Yeah.
So
That's a good amount of options.
There are 3 specific options here that he was covering with that timing window.
Okay.
So even though he gets a hit here, that was a really bad play.
The
Yeah,
grab the edge.
Yeah, because Mango got all his movement back to him.
I think he should have waited for the double laser.
Yeah.
If it was ever good.
Maybe it's the
I was
next
lucky.
match. Maybe it's the next match where Mango straight up just owns with like good positioning. But I remember one of the matches he did really well.
Maybe
no,
those.
it's in Grand Finals too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember Muti King winning Grand Finals 1.
He doesn't cover roll to the right very well. But even like as Falco against Marth, look at like how much control Mango had until he lost it there, just over like good positioning.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Mango likes to gamble a lot, but like he keeps Marth like pretty contained.
You even got away with that forward smash.
The forward smash was actually safe in a strange sort of way. I'll elaborate. So why that was like a really brilliant play is that if Muti King didn't side B there, they would have traded, and Muti King would have been off stage for a potential edge guard.
He has no job.
Yeah, I don't think he
Okay.
did.
Okay, that makes sense.
So he gets decent amount. Gambles on the forward smash, which causes him to lose there. Muti King's like doing well.
Why don't you try to grab there?
Oh no. One thing that Mango's really good at is drifting his aerials
Yeah,
and like making it
he's known
really
for that
and like slow falling and manipulating timing so that it's really hard to hit him. Like Mewtwo King's missing a lot.
because he's expecting him to move like normal Taco.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was bad. I'm not sure if that was an actual setup or he just screwed up.
I think he like screwed up. I don't know if he was trying to be cute because it was like late.
It's they're at way too high percentages to be cute, so I think he just messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was interesting.
Yeah. Mewtwo is like good at like covering things that like a lot of other marts don't think about.
He's the only Mart that consistently gets the dash dances all the time. I noticed.
He's really good at hitting dash attacks because he
Yeah.
knows like his opponents are scared, so he kind of gets away with it because it's like the
Yeah.
Mewtwo King effect, and a lot of people want to run away from him, and he plays into that, which is like really smart actually.
Seems like Mango's like the one top six guy who gets effective on each game.
Yeah, I would argue.
I guess
Leffen,
I
too.
guess yeah, I guess Leffen too.
Yeah. Let's see. Is it this match? Like, I'm kind of disappointed that I can't seem to find the
Yeah.
match where like Mewtwo King
He's-
just keeps doing things.
This match seems very even though he's getting restocked. Could be the next one because Mango should have to win on FD twice.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if it's this game. Sorry, stream audience.
I think they enjoy watching Mewtwo King Mango anyways.
Yeah. So like, a lot of it is just like Mewtwo King like Mango threatening. Like there's
Mhm.
threaten 1, threaten 2.
Those like 3 grabs. Then they
Bates 4. So this is like when Mewtwo King's on tilt. It's like kind of when he just does these YOLO grabs.
uh,
Bates again, just through good position.
so Mewtwo doesn't really have any like secret technique for getting those YOLO grabs. He just does them. But
He does
out
it
of
based on
panicking?
the risk reward being very favorable for him because like if you throw out something that like works 20% of the time but you get a kill every time, then it works.
So it shouldn't be something that I should strive for those Mewtwo King grabs.
I don't really like him. PP doesn't like him. Armada doesn't like him.
Yeah.
It will work on lower tier players because you will just out punish them. Like if it works 1 out of 5 times, but you get a kill, then you will win out on average.
Okay.
But when your
But-
opponent can hit you equally as hard, like you're gonna lose.
Yeah. And most Marts don't have Mewtwo King's punish game anyways.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work out.
So there's like a slick like. So like Mango's always been attacking, and I want to explain the context of this. Shield, Mango's always attacking, throwing an air, but this time he mixes it up, and good positioning
Okay.
earns him that with some conditioning.
How come he doesn't play like this against Mewtwo King all the time? I don't get it.
What was that?
How come he doesn't play like this against Mewtwo King all the time? When it seems like he's
Because Mango plays very read heavy too, and when you play that style and you're not right or you mess up, you're dead. Like rather than
Okay.
playing safe. Like even like something like that. Like he got grabbed like 3 times unnecessarily. See, like all those grabs are pretty YOLO.
yeah.
Like he went for 4 grabs in a row. But the reason why he can go for that is because if he gets a hit, it's like death. Whereas like a Nair or whatever, like will get him 10 damage and then he has to mix up for another hit. So that's where like the risk reward from a game theory standpoint kind of makes sense, but it
Mhm.
also is like very high variance. Because that whole time he could have gotten other openings, but because he went for grab 3 times and missed all 3, he got 0 damage on that stock.
Have you ever talked about PV or talked to PV how he approaches Falcon in this matchup?
Falco?
Yeah. I guess he doesn't have that much experience in the matchup.
Actually, this isn't a good example. Mewtwo King's probably super exhausted if I look at it. I mean, he likes the idea of control, and I mean, it's similar to like what I've been preaching. It's just like you if you watch Peepee, like especially like he loves center stage like more
Yeah.
than anything, and he will get center stage for like and win through position, and then force bad decision after bad decision from good positioning. That's how he plays.
Mhm.
Like I can even show you where that kind of backfires, and strangely I
This one where he gets like four stock or JP.
is it this one?
I think so.
Is it this one?
No, it's winners semis. It was still in winners.
All right, there's something that happens here that like I was like, damn, like you're making your intentions way too obvious.
On PP's end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How does he lose this? Oh no, PP wins this, so you are right.
Yeah.
It's winner semis.
Yeah.
You are right. Ah, good memory. Wait, is it? What's the one where No, it's set two. Is it set two?
Are we thinking about the one where they play on FD? Or
The 0 to death at the very end, like from
oh yeah,
Mewtwo.
that should be I think that's that one. Because
Oh.
Mewtwo King, or actually the game right before that one, I think. Because I remember Mewtwo King going up 2-1 or something. Then he just like throws it all the way after that combo.
Is it Grand Final set two?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
If not, we'll just go through Grand Final set one. Yeah, it should be this much. Yeah.
So what happens here? It's because like so if you like kind of understand what like PP wants is he wants as much stage as possible, and if you understand that perspective, then like you understand like why he wants to tech the way he does.
Hmm.
So watch how he techs and like how like the decisions he makes. Tech
he
to
always
center
takes it.
stage. Tech to center stage. But like I think even before that, like he was teching the center stage almost every time because he panicked and he wanted center stage, and
Mhm.
that's like PP's like mindset.
If he teched away, do you think he would have been any?
I think if he
res?
teched in because Mewtwo King was anticipating it every time.
Okay. Okay. That explains why the combo looks so scripted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, those are like my thoughts on those. But he like so that's like PPMD style. Like he like will take as much stage away from you and then force oh there's young Prog in D1. They will force you in a bad position and force you to do something like bad, and then he will punish you. That's the PPMD style.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the weakness of PPMD is that that if he doesn't get center stage, he doesn't really skirmish very well. So that's like the weakness of PPMD.
Which of the top players do you think skirmish well, besides Mango? Yes.
I think Mango's really well known for it. Armada is like really defensive, and so like Armada can get out of skirmishes pretty well, but he still can
Okay.
get opened up by Falco. And I think that's why like he doesn't really do well as Falco, as Fox against Falco.
Okay.
Leffen is pretty good at like anti-skirmishing too, because like his tech skill out of shield is really precise. Like he'll like power shield, wave dash out, up tilt, or like he knows exactly when to shine out of shield. And H-Box is getting a lot better. So if you watch like H-Box versus Mango, like Big House, like Hungry Box actually won the majority of the skirmish situations that Mango normally wins, and that's why one of the big reasons why Hungry Box won. Like every kind of like mix-up situation that happened between the two, like Hungry Box ended up on the winning end as Puck, which is like really hard.
Mm.
So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, alrighty. What
Yeah.
else should we go over?
Let's see. Let me think. I got nothing. You got anything?
I have nothing else. So I mean, if you want to emphasize a few points, just like just be conscious of like turning the momentum over to your opponent. I think that's a big thing. Um, like every time you kind of go for position, like do you ask yourself, do you want to just hold good position because you can't follow it up, or can you get the hit? And like I think if you subconsciously think of that and make it a goal to make better decisions in that, like your combo game and the way you can control and pace the match, like will become significantly better.
I think I need to think of different ways I can keep someone in the corner.
Yeah.
Because I always lose it.
I mean, it's like the imaginary threat of your like hitboxes that will keep them the way they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I have.
Okay. You may have found tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best too. I should be going. So I'll see you then.
All right, cool. Maybe we'll play in tournament.
Yeah, and beat me. All right. Have a good night.
Okay. Good night.